All right, welcome back to Chicks and Tips this Friday. I'm not solo because I've actually got Beau here sitting on the couch next to me. He's going to be my little helper. But yeah, we do have a new MD couch. We picked it up on the weekend from Taka after our awesome climbing trip. It's super comfy, so if you want to grab a coffee, come in, chill out, and ask us a whole bunch of questions and just tell us about your adventures, that'd be awesome. That's what it's here for. Or if you just want to come take a nap, that's totally fine too. What else we got going on? We are in the process of redesigning the shop, kind of. Changing some things around, redoing the front, redoing the logo, all super exciting. So pop your head in occasionally, see what we've got going on. We're super excited about it. We also, you would have seen, we just launched our competition, the filmmaking competition, which we're really keen for. We want to get some of you guys filming over summer, showing us your adventures, maybe some of your favourite spots in the South Island, showcasing your favourite activity, or just taking us on like a journey, a bit of storytelling. So it doesn't have to be like professional filmmaking, like the most amazing film that's gonna be on like world-class level. It can just be filmed on your iPhone, as long as it's personal and special to you. And then we're going to do a big like film night showing in March next year. Should be really cool. And then we've got a whole bunch of prizes. We've got some sponsors on board. We just want to keep you guys out, all the winners. And there's a few categories as well. So take a look on our website on the events page and you'll be able to see. And then the Chicks and Tips I've got for you this morning is kind of related to that. It's to get you some inspiration ready for your adventures. I'm going to be giving you my favorite recommendations for adventure books that I've read. So kicking it off, number one is Walking to Listen by Andrew Forsthoefel. It is about this guy in America and he walks across the length of America. So it sounds like your typical through hiking novel, but what he does differently is that instead of going out into the wilderness to get away from people, he intentionally walks like through neighborhoods to interact with people. He carries a microphone and recording device with him so he can record his interviews, and he just meets like the craziest, coolest people, people you'd never expect to like get along with or learn from or whatever. And then his own reflection on the walk and himself and all those observations is amazing. This book is like a little slice of his soul and it really comes through. I'm definitely one of those people that annotates my books, and I think I underlined like the entire book, and it's just so good. The next one is an oldie but a goodie. It's Wild by Cheryl. There is a movie as well, so you might have seen the movie, but it's just so amazing. It's like back in the 80s or 90s. I could be totally off, but it's a while ago. And it's about this chick, and she does the Pacific Crest Trail in America, so big through hike from Mexico to Canada. And it's just about her working through some stuff along the way. There's that saying that to do a through hike, you definitely need some like inner demons, emotional baggage to work through. And so she does in this book. And she just goes in totally unprepared, like she's not even a hiker, but she crushes it, and it's really, really good. The next book I read last year in New Zealand, it's a Kiwi book. It's Solo by Hazel Phillips, and it's about this chick that she is like a digital nomad. Well, she can work online. So she basically just like rents out her apartment, takes her work on the road, and then she lives in backcountry huts for 3 years and just does all these hikes in the South Island, in the North Island, and just lives on trail basically. Super interesting way to live. Her reflections are really interesting, so I definitely recommend giving that one a go if you want some inspiration for like some solo trips. Another Kiwi book that I read last year on the Able Tasman, actually. I finished it in like 2 or 3 days because it was insanely good. It's called The Bookseller at the End of the World. And it's by Ruth. She's this lady that lives down south near Tiana. I think I pronounced that right. She owns this little tiny bookshop on her property. And basically just like buys and sells books and gifts them. But she's just had the most crazy, kooky, wild life. Like she spent so long living on boats, sailing around like the Philippines and the South Pacific. She grew up, life is just crazy, and she's super inspiring. The next book is an Australian book. I bloody love this guy. He's Beau, and he wrote The Backyard Adventurer. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, you've got to go watch it. He is the kookiest bloke you've ever met. He does the most insane adventures. Like he's kayaked around the southern tip of Africa, to name one. But he's been not only his own adventures, but he's been like a university instructor in Australia for people doing their qualifications. Now he literally does this full time, I'm pretty sure. But I definitely recommend watching his videos before reading the book, just so you get a visual of like what on earth is going on in this guy's head. Otherwise you'll just be like, what the heck? But his ethos now that he has a family is, how can I still keep that adventurous spirit but in my own backyard? So he like slept in a gum tree and just does all this crazy stuff. He kayaked to work and he walked 90 miles to work as well. So just like crazy stuff. And then the last book I've got for you is a bit of a cliche, but it's Into the Wild by old mate John Krakauer. It has been turned into a movie, and the movie is amazing, but where the book differs is that it doesn't just talk about the main character's like journey of going out into the Alaskan wilderness. It also talks about like the perils of adventuring in the wilderness, like what the allure is for everyone wanting to go out and do such a dangerous thing. And yeah, it's just amazing, and it talks about a few different people and their adventures, how they went wrong, what they could have done better, and then draws on some like philosophers and other authors as well. So I really liked the book. It was great. Good like movie book companion, I reckon. But yeah, those are my top picks for you guys to get some inspiration for your upcoming adventures. If you've got any ideas for your film that you maybe want to submit, just run it by us, and we'll get you revved up and keen. But yeah, that's Chicks and Tips for this week. Hope you have a great weekend, had some adventures planned, and we'll catch you soon. Alright, bye.